So I sat there for a second. I said, if this is the only way, there's a chance I won't come out alive and out of that fire. And so then the last question I asked him was, if I was your daughter or your wife, would you recommend to them exactly what you just recommended to me? And he gets up and he said, well, it's a free country and you can do whatever you want to do. And he gets up and he shuts the door on me, as in slams the door on me. And after just being quiet maybe for like a minute, all of us, we didn't say a word after that. I just said, please take me home. And I went home feeling so hopeless, because I was thinking, here is a doctor that was supposed to help me save my life. He literally walked out on me. Magandang umaga po. Ako po si Grace. Hola, me llamo es Graciela. Good morning, my name is Grace. Soy una paciente aquí en Hope4Cancer in Cancun, at ako po ay na-diagnose ng breast cancer. I am a patient here at Hope4Cancer Cancun, and I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I was diagnosed actually back in 2016. To make the story short, I found, which I thought a pimple on my breast. I have long hair, so when I was trying to move my hair this way, I felt it, and immediately I knew that it wasn't a pimple, although I was trying to say that it was a pimple. So I went to the doctor right away and got it biopsied, and this was in the middle of me planning. I'm an event planner, so this was a week before I had to go to Napa Valley to do a 3-day wedding weekend. And it was the biggest wedding that I've had in that year. And so I did my biopsy. They took all my scans, my ultrasound, and I go to San Francisco for the Napa Valley wedding, and I get a phone call. And usually it's the nurse that's calling me throughout this whole entire week, but I get a phone call from the doctor. And she asked me to walk outside. So as I walk outside, she tells me, I'm sorry, Grace, to do this to you over the phone, but I needed to tell you that you have breast cancer. There I was in San Francisco in the middle of this gray and gloomy city with all the cars just passing by. I felt like the world was literally speeding up in front of me, but I was frozen. I felt like I was frozen, like this movie, like you're just stuck there, but everything was just moving fast. And before I could even think of myself again, I thought of my family first, where I said, what are they gonna do? How are they gonna deal with this? Not how I was gonna deal with it, how is my family gonna deal with this? And so I wanted to cry in the middle of that street, because I thought of my family right away, and I turn around because I didn't want anyone to see me cry. I turn around, and this wall, it was a mural of flowers, like a very bright flowers, and it was, I didn't realize it then, but I knew that was God's way of providing calmness and brightness for me in such a gray moment. And I just stared at that wall. And I knew that although it was so uncertain, I didn't know what was going to happen to me. I knew that was a moment of peace and reassurance, really, that it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. And so, of course, after the whole entire wedding, I still went through it, and I did the entire wedding, told the team, hey, this is what we're going to have to do. This is what happened, but let's get this done and get this over with. And as soon as the wedding was over, I went home. I went to get my biopsy and more tests, and I went to talk to the doctors. And I was told, you need to do this now or you're going to die. We need surgery, immediately surgery, radiation, and chemotherapy. And of course, at that time for me, I said, okay, whatever you say, doctor, please get this thing out of me. I don't want this inside of me. So I went to every single in consultation with him, and on every single one, I felt more and more uncomfortable with everything he was saying. And on my very last appointment with him, I sat down in that consultation. This was before the would-be surgery, and I asked him, because I did not want to do chemo and radiation if my chances were 50%. I said, is there any other way? Like, can we do this instead of chemo or radiation? Is there any other procedure that you do? And he said, no, this is the only way. When I got home, I threw everything, I opened the door and I threw everything inside. I was still in my high heels. And I went out for a walk. I had on my cell phone and I put on my headphones, and I just put on worship songs and started to pray as I was walking. And I said, Lord, if what he said is true, if I truly only have however many months or years to live, then show me how to live for you. On my way back, I vividly remember this because it was such a beautiful moment for me. It was during sunset, and I could feel the rays of the sun, and something inside me said, research or Google alternative cancer treatment. And prior to that, I wouldn't have known to put those words together and put it in Google. I wouldn't have known to put those together. So I did. I put alternative cancer treatment. And the first thing that came up was ChrisBeatCancer.com and his videos. And his first video was saying, okay, you have cancer, it's okay. And it literally gave me hope. It took this black cloud over me, and it literally gave me hope. And as soon as I got home, I started doing my research, and which then brought me to this world, this wonderful world of alternative medicine. And I knew that in 2016, I wasn't mentally and spiritually ready to take on literally everything that I'm experiencing here today. And Hope4Cancer, this hospital, they do amazing things. The treatments, physically, everything, I know that it's working amazingly in my body. But at the same time, emotionally, which I know now it's very important, dealing with your emotions as well as healing spiritually, those two things have made me a new person. I'm not the same Grace that came here 2 weeks ago. And even physically, I feel that I don't even say my anymore, the tumor is lighter. It used to weigh me down, physically, literally weigh me down, and now it's light, like it's not even there. Although it's visibly there, I don't feel it to be there. And so I know for sure that amazing things are happening inside of me, physically, mentally, and spiritually. If anyone could heal like me, just to be in this wonderful environment, to be surrounded by wonderful medical staff. I mean, the moment you walk into this hospital, you immediately feel something good is about to happen. I used to hate hospitals where every time I go either visit a family member who's sick or go for a test at a hospital, I immediately feel this gloom when you walk into a hospital. But not here at Hope4Cancer. They truly have hope here. I mean, like, it's so bright. I mean, just look everywhere. It's so bright. And it's not just in your head. It really is happening. There's real, tangible hope here. You know, the funny thing is, people, when they go to the hospital, they can't wait to leave the hospital. I'll tell you, and this is no joke, I'm very sad to leave. And I'm sure that I'm not the only one who said that. I'm very sad to leave this 3-week treatment plan It's like I'm not ready to leave yet, but I know that I have to, so I can do this on my own at home and then come back again to do follow-up treatments. But I'm sad to leave, and not that many patients say that about hospitals. And it just speaks volume of what you guys do here, so yeah.